Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today I'm in the backyard and we're going to be looking at the French Commando Tent and looking at improvements that can be done to it to make it a little bit more comfortable and easier to set up and make it more functional and even a little bit lighter. So stick around, we're going to get into it. So today's video is just going to be a real quick update on my French Commando Tent and some modifications I've done to it to make it a little bit easier to set up. First thing that I've done is I've added this yellow shock cord to the front door. These are the flaps that cover the door. And really what that does is it makes it a vestibule of sorts, and it still allows ventilation to go through the front. The other thing I've done is I've added orange paracord to the corners of the tent, anywhere that's being staked out to the ground. And what I've done is I've replaced it with the aluminum shepherd's hook stakes to make it a little bit easier to set up. You get a tighter pull this way because you can really pull that tab out, and it just works a lot better than the tabs that are sewn on because they're so short. Next thing is adding aluminum V stakes, long ones, for the guy lines. That way that I have a lot of room to pull those out. And then the last thing are the doors, or the screen door. What I've done is on the screen doors, I've actually cut off the zipper pulls and replaced those with a yellow reflective cordage. I think it's Kelty Triptech or something like that. And it's really nice because now you can see these zipper pulls at night. And you can use any kind of material if you have 550 cord or shoelace or whatever you have, but I like the bright colors, that way I can see them in the day. And then a reflective, it's nice because you can see them at night. And of course on the ground you'll see the ground cloth peeking out. What that is that's actually Tyvek house wrap. I use this as my ground cloth. It's a cut sheet to 5x8, fits the bottom of this tent perfectly. And when I took the tent out camping on my solo trip, I used this ground sheet and it worked perfectly. It kept the moisture from coming through the bottom of the tent. This is about the third or fourth video I've done with this tent, and you can see there's a lot of room inside this thing and plenty of ventilation with this front door, and then the back window up there, and then on the sides those pull down and you have full screen window on the sides, both sides. So tons of ventilation. But the only problem is you really can't zip this door up because the pole is in the way. I imagine if I wanted to, maybe I could get that pole underneath the door. I don't know if that'll work or not. I haven't really tried. Here, let's try that. There we go. So now you can even close the door a little bit, and that'll give you a little more protection if the rain's coming down. And it's going to shed out, but you still have open ventilation here. So I really like that. I think it's a decent modification. And the zipper pulls are so much easier to work with when they're just cords instead of the metal zippers. They're always so worthless, those metal zippers, and they're noisy. It would be great if this door was a little bit bigger and you could pull it out further. That's about as far as I can pull this thing out, and that still gives you some air underneath with plenty of protection in the front. Of course you can cross these or just use one stake to get it nice and tight. And if you want to, you can open it from the inside, and that's going to give you some airflow.